I know you may not believe it, but God did it. And I will bring you greetings from Lagos City right here on Voice of the People. Now, the Point of Fam, Lagos City is the best place to be at all time. I'm happy to be back on your radio, and I'm happy that you're joining me as well to talk about sports update, and that's how it is this very, very, very beautiful morning. It is a Tuesday, and then we'll keep moving the 13th of August 2024, and I love to say that this is the best month ever. You just don't want to bet on it. You don't want to dare talk about it and say no, it is not the best month. You know why? Because kings were born on this day. Kings were born on this month. And it's the month of August. We bring you quick news right now. Just wait a minute out there on sports. And then it's a very, very big one that you must know so you don't get lost sometime and somewhere. That's a very big one. But transfer news will come your way very soon. Let's start with one where the Super Eagles story still remains evergreen, and we cannot stop talking less about the Super Eagles story, and we cannot stop talking about how it feels like the body governing the game looks very confused at this point in time. You cannot stop it. You cannot stop saying so, because as far as I'm concerned, we are still waiting. We still do not have a coach. But there's a very big one about one man who I had on the show. If I had my way, I would have brought a review or possibly like a throwback, but I'm so sorry I can't do that on the show now, because you know the way the show goes for the morning, it's usually not so lengthy, unlike that of the evening where it's 5 p.m. But on the show this morning, I must bring to you that a man who said something about the Super Eagles, talked about the NFF, in all the name, but Samson Siasia has got a lot to do. He's got a lot to offer, a lot of talk about Samson Siasia at this point. Now, Samson Siasia is poised for coaching comeback as FIFA ban nears end. I recall when I had him on the show, I can't recall the month, but was this year? Yeah, I think this year. I had him on the show and he said to me, Kizzy K, I did not do what they said I did. If they said I did it, then let them give me the proof. And he said to me that up till now, nothing has been said, nothing has been proven that yes, I really did the corruption of the bribe thing that was heard about him. But then it wasn't on me to counter his conversation. I was just here to listen and also making sure that you also hear from Samson Siasia himself. But then I'm not saying he was not guilty or if he was innocent. FIFA banned Samson Siasia for a long duration of time because we know the story. But as I talked to you this morning, former Super Eagles head coach Samson Siasia is gearing up to return to coaching with local league club in the coming days. According to reports, Samson Siasia was initially handed a live ban by FIFA, match fixing allegations, but this ban was reduced to 5 years by the Court of Arbitration for Sports. Talk about CAS. Now, the 56-year-old will be eligible to resume his coaching career at the end of this month. This is where the good news comes from Samson Siasia. Now, several clubs in the Nigerian Premier Football League (NPFL) and the Nigerian National League (NNL) have reportedly shown interest in Samson Siasia. I said it yesterday. He has the pedigree to do the job. I know. It's not like I don't know. But if Samson Siasia comes back, because there's the news about the Super Eagles, I'll tell you, don't go anywhere. Stay with me. If he comes back again, back to the coaching course, I would say he should go back and refresh his memories, because I just might say he's lost somewhere at that point. Now, that's my opinion. Don't get me wrong. Now, the former Nance of French side, the striker is expected to make a decision on his next coaching role once the ban expires, and it's this August. Now, it will be recalled that he had accused the Nigerian National Football Federation (NFF) of colluding with FIFA. See, I'm not going to say it because I'm going to bring that. I will just try to see that this evening. I'll bring that clip. He said it on this show. It's not like it's according to report, like I love to say sometimes when we bring a report from sources. This one he said on the show, he said, okay, let me say this now. There's a news, I recall that he had an accusation or had accused the NFF of colluding with FIFA to have him banned in August 2019 over alleged involvement in match fixing. Now, Nigeria, let me quote him what he said. Nigeria abandoned me when I needed them most. I'll bring that interview today, 5 p.m. I'll do a throwback. I had Samson Siasia on the show here. I recall he said so. Now, the former Super Eagles striker and a member of the 1994 AFCON winning squad, said it was just an allegation. They accused me of bribery. But what is bribery? That's the one he keeps saying all the time. He said, isn't it when money changes hands? Was there any evidence? Not at all, he said. Then Samson Siasia explained that his alleged involvement stemmed from conversations with someone trying to hire him as a coach in Australia. And, the individual was known as a match fixer, that's what he said. But FIFA was aware of that. So let me keep it on one side so it doesn't sound like we're talking about it a little bit or so much. But the question is this: would Samson Siasia be the perfect fit for the Nigerian national team? Would you love to see Samson Siasia? I recall on the show, when I had him on the show, a lot of listeners keep calling and like, oh, this is the man we want. He felt like the man for the election, for the people. But, the game is a different ball game. He returns back. He's been banned for like years. This is like 5 years. And then he's returning back for August. I was celebrating because I'm Nigerian. I was celebrating because I know, of course, the story, playing football. But then, what about Samson Siasia? And let's go back to the Nigerian national news again. Talk about the Super Eagles. It is still shameful that up to date we don't have a coach. And can I tell you, 26 days to AFCON qualifier. NFF yet to announce Super Eagles coach. Now, let me say it again. It doesn't sound like he comes on the radio and begin to blast NFF every day like he was paid for that job. Now, with just 26 days now remaining to the start of the 2025 African Cup of Nations AFCON qualifiers, that's AFCON, you need to know. The Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, finds itself in a precarious position. The Super Eagles are currently without a permanent head coach, a situation that has sparked widespread concern and criticism. Now, the three-time African champions have been drawn into the Group D alongside Benin Republic, Rwanda, Libya, all competing for spots in the 25 African tournament. However, the resignation of Finidi Joy following poor results in the 26 FIFA World Cup qualifiers has left the Super Eagles coachless. And this is a critical time, I must say. Now, the Super Eagles are scheduled to begin their AFCON qualifying campaign at home against Benin on September 7th at the Godsilla Pipe International Stadium, Uyo, followed by a match against Rwanda at Amahoro Stadium, Kigali, September 10th. You can see the duration, you can see the time band, you can see how close it is. Today is 13th. I don't know what these people are doing. The NFF, I must call the name. Now, FIFA is also watching the way this goes. And we say we are big side. Now, Finidi George, brief tenure was marked by struggles, including a 2-1 defeat to Benin Republic, won that very game, and a 1-1 draw with South Africa, leaving Nigeria winless in their last 4 matches and in difficult position in the World Cup qualifying race. Now, with pressure mounting, the NFF faces increasingly scrutiny to appoint a competent head coach who can turn the team fortunes around. According to reports, the NFF are expected to announce the new head coach for the 25 AFCON qualifier in the coming days. A source said to me that the NFF might announce a new Super Eagles coach this week. Now, this week, don't get me wrong, you might not see a new coach. You might not see new coach. Don't be surprised when you hear interim, because that word is always very, very, very evergreen here. Now, with names like Steve McLaren, Harvey Reynard, Eric Sekuchao being linked to the role, however, financial constraints have reportedly ruled out Harvey Reynard's appointment, and McLaren has seen, since then, taking up a new role at Jamaica national team. But furthermore, reports suggest that the NFF may consider appointing an interim manager to lead the Super Eagles in their upcoming 2025 AFCON qualifier next month. It takes me back to say, I will tell you the interims, I have them here, but let me quickly say this now. If we say, oh goodness me, the NFF long story is long, like that of Lagos State Mainland Bridge. If we say we don't have the money for a new coach, we should not be saying it now. It mustn't be at the detriment of the nation. Now we want to give, I would have used the word a black man, but if I use that word, it sounds like I'm a racist. So, not black, no white, regardless of skin color. Nigerian football team technical advisor is no stranger to stepping in to manage the senior national team of the Super Eagles during a critical moment. A former coach of the team. He has previously assumed the interim role twice in the last 5 years. Can you imagine it? Most recently, he served as interim coach in the lead up to the qualification for the 22 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Now, another man in the news is the Heartland new coach, the man that was celebrated some days back in Imo State by Governor Hope Uzodinma. Now, Emmanuel Amunike is the man. The reports also highlight the newly appointed coach of the Heartland Football Club side, Emmanuel Amunike, the 53-year-old, was heavily linked with taking over the coaching role of his Nigerian national team prior to the appointment of Finidi. The former Barcelona and Sporting Lisbon striker served as an assistant coach to the Nigerian team during the 22 FIFA World Cup qualifier. I recall Amunike was asked question, did you apply? He said, of course not. Up. So it be like saying, I'll load, then they won't give person me carry for head when they walk out, they go, see pass your head. And now, the former Everton attacker was originally recruited to join Finidi coaching staff. However, it seems he withdrew from the setup just before Finidi first assignment as the assistant manager. Now, Amokachi, who was a key member of the Super Eagles coaching team during the 2013 AFCON campaign, which ended with the title success. Salisa Yusuf also, the 60-year-old, is another man making a call. I can't report. The veteran manager has been a mainstay in the Super Eagles set for a better part of the last decade. Coach Salisu also had a stint as coach of the Team B of the Super Eagles, but for me, he's out of it. So sorry. Now, Samson Siasia is in the news. Samson Siasia, the 56-year-old, is another name rounding out the list. According to report, the former Nigerian striker is expected to return from a lengthy FIFA ban at the end of August. The 2008 Olympic silver medalist previously managed the Nigerian team briefly, and that's briefly back in 2016. There's no time to check time. But let's run again. I must say this to this man that I don't even know when this happened, but tragedy hit Nigerian football at that point, and I could still say he's evergreen. I never watched him play, but thank God for YouTube. Actually, 21st century kids, thank God for the YouTube. It gave us that opportunity to, what have you, see games like that, and then it works like that. Now let's bring it now. Super Eagles of Nigeria legend Samuel Okwaraji is remembered 35 years after his death. Okwaraji is remembered on the day of his death by the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF. For this one, they're doing well. Yesterday was August 12th, so I need to bring it today. On August 12th, 1989, I wasn't even born then. I never watched him play, so sorry to say. With 13 minutes remaining in the 1990 FIFA World Cup qualification match against Angola at the National Stadium in Surulere, Okwaraji, a PhD student of law, collapsed. The late Nigerian hero was given a well-deserved remembrance 35 years after his death, which was confirmed upon his arrival at the hospital from the game. Now, the NFF put out a statement by Okwaraji on his decision to honor a call-up for Nigerian desperate resistance from the NFF SSV 1846 manager who tried to stop him. Now, the statement by Samuel Okwaraji reads, I am a lawyer, and I signed to play football for certain conditions, but I don't think it included wrestling or reselling my services to my country. That's the word. Now, you and your club cannot stop me from playing for my country. Let me tell you, I'm going to represent my country whether you like it or not. And that's Samuel saying that. Now, the NFF then added a statement that reads, today, like every 12th August since 1989, we remember Samuel Okwaraji, who tragically passed on while playing for FIFA World Cup qualifying game against for Nigeria against Angola. Samuel Okwaraji displayed high patriotism while playing for Nigeria, an example that is still relevant in Nigeria today. Hashtag we remember Okwaraji. Okwaraji commitment to the Super Eagles is an example of patriotism. Several Nigerian football fans asking about this man. What about the current setup? I need to go now. I cannot do more. My time is up. I would have given you more transfer news, but I'm so sorry we cannot go to that phase today. We should do that for the evening. I beg you for that. But quickly, that's the story. Away from football, National Bank Open, Jessica Pegula in tennis wins second straight set, and also playing days numbered. Phil Mickelson in the world of golf remains a leave golf fixture, and then big call in the world of boxing. Main event signs Carlos Jackson. Cordelia Okpe is on the sideline, coming in like a player from the bench, just maybe like. But they tell me to go down. Join me later on the show, 5 p.m. It will be a very bigger time. Apologies for transfer news not coming your way. It would have been our transfer news day. It would have been a morning transfer, better word, good morning transfer. But I'm so sorry, we just cannot go to that phase. But it's still in vogue. 5 p.m. get locked with me. But for all of the stuff we talked about now, for everything we talked about now, that's the best word. You do well to join me on TV very soon, 11 a.m. Nigerian time. On TV, that is Voice of the People TV. It's on YouTube. Please go join me there. 11 a.m. Nigerian time. But they tell me to go now. I cannot do more. My time is up. Good morning, beautiful Lagos City. There is nothing wrong in starting small, but there is everything wrong when you settle for less. Keep dreaming big. Work hard to make it a reality. You can follow us across our social network at VOP903FM. And you can connect with me live on Instagram. That's the better word I love to say. On Instagram, that is KIZZY.K10. What's some call? KIZZY.K10. My name is Kizzy K. And I'm liking the energy, and I'll go back again. Let's go, let's go. I'm out!